if you're a part of a disappointing election cycle, you can understand like what it is that they're doing here. And it's just so delicious. Did you know that Bruce Springsteen and Beyonce lost the election for Kamala Harris? Or at least bear large responsibility for her party's failure at the polls this year? It's true, you know. At least if you listen to some of the punditry coming from conservatives.
Oh, not those folks.
Even from some Democratic operatives eager to find celebs to push into the middle of their current circular firing squad.
and here's the funny thing is the reason that they want to point this out is because conservatives started pointing out that the Harris campaign was spending millions and millions and millions of dollars on these concerts of these celebrities.
Dude, but the funniest thing is they did that huge rally with Beyonce in Houston, I think it was. She didn't even sing. She didn't even sing. So you paid a premium to get the Beyonce there, and then you're like, you know what? The main act is Kamala Harris. You know?
Dude, I've also heard reports, and I haven't independently checked this. You guys may have, but like that Oprah had $1 million.
I saw the same thing.
Show up. Like they paid her $1 million to show up and do.
I've been told that's true.
When she said that, like it was something like women would have no rights and all of these other things, they paid her $1 million to come in and do that.
Here's the thing, I'd do it for $1 million.
Jeff, yes, if you're listening.
If you're listening, Jeff. What's on your mind? I'll talk about it.
Listening to some of these voices, you'd think that Harris could have won 6 or 7 swing states if only Beyonce hadn't shown up to deliver one single 4-minute rally speech.
4 minutes?
Or if Taylor Swift hadn't devoted a singular 300-word Instagram post to the Harris endorsement. Imagine the more favorable electoral counts if only some of the most beloved pop culture figures in the world had kept their dirty traps shut. Right?
Beyonce got paid for 4 minutes. That's like better than Russell Wilson's contract by the minute. How many millions are getting paid?
Bro,
Dude,
think about
the best part about it. It's only like the constituency of this is the PR reps that actually
dude,
had
that's exactly what I was going to say. Think about the brain melt. The publicists are like, we got to get on this.
Yeah.
We got to stick up for their rights.
Because like if you're sitting in like Beyonce camp or Swift camp or Oprah camp or whatever, you're like, boy, that wasn't a great idea.
Yeah.
You're like, we just eliminated 50 some odd % of the
Right.
market share just by virtue of being super aggressive in
Right.
this election. The PR guys are like, wow, wait till you hear from Variety.
Hey, Oprah, the check cleared, right? Okay, yeah, I'm going to shit all over these people.
But I mean, that is such a good point, Holmes. It was very short-sighted of these celebs to essentially light half of their fan base on fire and be like, no, we're going to jump in because people demand to know what I have to say. I want to alienate at least half of my listeners or supporters. And they didn't learn from Michael Jordan, who was like, Republicans buy shoes too.
That's exactly right, dude.
But it's also like since the beginning of time, you get people like Bruce Springsteen. Every 2 years in my adult life, he has showed up to do a rally for a Democratic candidate at the end of the election.
And his music has always sucked. But yeah.
See, I disagree.
He's
Like
always
if you're a
sucked.
conservative and you try to pick what it is that you like based upon only what you agree with, like you got a short list. Right?
I do. I like Kid Rock, and that's about it.
But like on the conservative side, anybody who steps out of line and says anything that could remotely be supporting, like they jump all over that person, they try to tarnish their career. I think the difference, and we talked about this a little bit in the office in the week leading up to the election, is there seemed to be a change a little bit. Not necessarily in the Hollywood side or music, although you got the like Morgan Wallens and folks like that out there who seem like very thinly veiled as to where it is that they are on stuff. But when you get Joey Bosa for the San Francisco 49ers wearing a MAGA hat post game, like what you'd worry about if you were Joey Bosa or his representatives is like, what does it look like when he walks back into the locker room? But a guy like Joey Bosa would never do that if he couldn't walk back into the locker room and people would be like, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
That's right.
And who was that college
that
player
was the change.
who, after they caught a touchdown, they pulled up their jersey and it said, "Make America Great Again"?
Did you guys see all the touchdown dances?
Yeah, they were doing the Trump YMCA.
This weekend?
Yeah.
Like one of 3 touchdown dances in the NFL and college football were the Trump YMCA dance.
Yeah.
So good.
Like there is a change there that's happening. God bless it. If you're conservative and you're singing songs, singing, dancing, entertain like we do, let your voice be heard, folks. Let your voice be heard. It's a different day.